Alright, next word is constant of variation. Constant of variation. You know, yesterday we talked about constant rate of change.
Yeah.
And then a couple weeks ago we talked about unit rate.
Yeah.
It's all the same. This is just the unit rate.
Awesome.
You might see it called the constant ratio.
Does that say variation?
Yes. And then the last word means exactly the same as this word. It's constant of proportionality. It means the same thing. Constant of proportionality.
So it is the same thing.
It's the same. These two words mean exactly the same thing. It's just potato, potato. Some people call it the constant of variation. Some people call it constant of proportionality. It's a preference. All right. The formula is y equals kx.
What is that?
Here's where it comes from. I'll show you. Your x and your y are from your table. Remember yesterday we talked about tables?
Yeah.
If I remember, x was the independent, or x was independent. So if I buy one shirt for $6, how much is that shirt?
$6.
So 2 shirts would be
12.
How did you get from 2 to 12?
Multiply 6.
You multiplied by 6. That's what K is. K is the unit rate, or you're going to see it called these things. It's all the same.
So like they're the same?
Right, so if you take your x and you put it right here, if you do 1 times 6, you get 6. If you do 2 times 6, you get 12. Now, if I needed to figure out what my unit rate was, if I told you I spent $12 and I bought 2 things, how much was each thing? How did you figure that out?
Multiply backwards.
Okay, so to figure out unit rate, or K, we divided the y divided by the x. So if you do 12 divided by 2, you get 6. So that's the same idea. Okay? So to do this lesson, and this is why we're going to wait to do more of it together tomorrow. Step 1, I want you to copy the formula. Anytime you use a formula, I always want you to copy it down first so that you don't accidentally write the wrong one. So I would always want you to put K equals y over x so that you don't accidentally put x over y. Step 2, you are going to plug in what you know. So like for y and x, we know y and we know x. And then lastly, you're going to solve for what you need. And that's where we're going to call it quits for part 1 of constant of proportionality.